Hello, this is Mad Cat, the angry egalitarian that discusses this and that. Today is a quick video about Shoe0nHead and the MRA's response to it. Now, a little bit of context is needed for this. Apparently, there was a video that Shoe0nHead did with another user, and there was something said about the men's rights movement or the men's rights activists being a lot like feminists. Now, the person who said this was on video with Shoe0nHead, and Shoe0nHead laughed at it. Since then, a lot of people have been up in arms about, oh, Shoe0nHead is now against the men's rights movement and all of that. And before I discuss that real quickly, I want to say that I really don't know Shoe0nHead. I've heard her on the Honey Badgers a few times. I've seen a couple of her videos here and there, and I see a random post by her every now and then, but I really don't know her. I don't have any sort of interaction with her. So when I discuss this today, understand that I'm not trying to jump in and white knight for her in any way. I'm just more or less responding to the MRAs themselves, the men's rights movement, the men's rights activists, egalitarians, anti-feminists. Because I don't think that you're taking Shoe0nHead in proper context in this situation. Now, the first thing I'll point out is that Shoe0nHead only laughed at the joke. And yet she's the one bearing the brunt of this retaliation, this, oh, Shoe0nHead is now somehow bad, and this controversy. Where's the controversy for the person who actually said something? Now, in talking to several people that do know Shoe0nHead and have had direct contact with her, have had some sort of connection with her over the last year, they have told me that their interpretation of this is Shoe0nHead being Shoe0nHead. She is, first off, a fence sitter. She's kind of in the middle of everything, especially with the feminists and the men's rights movement. She hasn't dedicated herself to one side or the other. The other thing is that she is a shit talker. She's a shit poster. She likes to say things for the shock value. She likes to get the laugh in. That is who she is. Now, she didn't actually say anything bad here, or even if she did, this is what she does. We shouldn't really be that concerned with what Shoe0nHead may have done, especially since the fact that we can't really confirm how she feels one way or the other. The first thing we should be doing is going to Shoe0nHead and saying, hey, why did you laugh at this? Were you just laughing because it was particularly funny, or do you agree? Now, the comment in question is that the men's rights movement acts very much like the feminist movement. And, even if, most people prior to this would have said, no, we're not like the feminists in any way. And I understand why you would get mad at that. But you have to realize that in your reaction to what Shoe0nHead is doing is exactly what the feminists do. Oh my God, do you not see it? You have validated their point. You remember Brianna Wu? She went to, a Comic-Con or GDC and spoke to a Gamergate supporter, you remember what the feminist movement did? They yelled at her. They felt betrayed by her. They smeared her because of an action she did that, when you really look at it, she didn't really do anything wrong. She had lunch with the enemy. She talked to them. There's nothing wrong with that. And yet the feminists were out for blood. And then we take a look at Shoe0nHead, who happens to laugh at a comment. Shoe0nHead did something she does time and time again. And we are attacking her for it. We are doing what the feminists do. And we need to stop. We need to take a step back and be like, wait, let's get her side of the story first. Let's find out what she was doing. Was she just laughing? Was she being a shit poster? Is this how she really feels? Let's get all the information first. If you don't want to be perceived as being like feminists, then you need to stop acting like feminists. And I'm sure all the people who get mad at Shoe0nHead for laughing at something is going to come down on me, and it's like, oh, well, now you're against men's rights. Well, you're a fucking moron. Listen to my videos if you think that this is what this is. I'm trying to save the men's rights movement from falling down the line that feminists have. You want to call yourself a men's rights activist? Then you need to start acting like it. And if that means that we're nothing like the feminists, then we need to start not acting like the feminists. Shoe0nHead, again, I don't have any contact with you. I don't really know you that well, but your reputation precedes yourself. You're a shit poster. You're a person that goes for the shock value to say whatever you can because it's funny. Because in comedy, you reveal a truth. And I support that. But you know what? If you really feel like there's no difference between the men's rights movement and the feminists, come and tell me. And I'll admit that I was wrong in this video. However, I know you've been on the Honey Badgers before. I know you've talked to some of the big names in the men's rights movement before. And I'm willing to extend the benefit of the doubt that you were just laughing at a joke and we're not doing anything more than that. And I think anyone listening to this, I think you should agree with me on that. Now, I'm not going to say that you have to agree with me on that, but I think that if you really look at the situation, maybe we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Any man or woman that's in this situation, we should give them the benefit of the doubt. Hell, give me the benefit of the doubt that I'm just trying to be right now the moral compass of the men's rights movement. Let's not attack her without getting all the details first. Because if we want to continue doing that, then that person who spoke to Shoe0nHead is absolutely right. The men's rights movement is like the feminist movement. And if we don't want that to be true, then we need to stop acting like the men's rights movement. Anyone who has any contact with Shoe0nHead, know that I extend an invitation to Shoe0nHead to come on my channel and talk about this. But you can trust that I'm very neutral in this situation because I'm not trying to gain points with anyone. I'm just seeing a bullshit situation and want it to be corrected. A couple of comments from my chat. If you're listening right now, go ahead and put something in. Sarah LaFemme, good to see you again. Being a fool who ignores drama unless it hits me around the head. The fuck actually happened? Okay. Beat of the GGs. Curious too. And I assume that Beat of the GGs is saying that he or she is curious about Shoe's position. Sarah LaFemme, shoe marketing, making bad jokes. Well, that's most of what she does. Yeah, that is most of what she does. She makes bad jokes. So once again, I'm telling the men's rights movement, back off from this. Let the woman speak for herself. Ask her what was her intention with that laugh. Was she just being shoe-on-head, or was she making a political statement at that point? Let's find out first. But right now, what we're doing is doing exactly what we were accused of. And Shoe0nHead, I extend an invitation out to you. If you want to talk about this further, I'm an impartial person in this right now, and I would love to hear from the horse's mouth what's going on. Anyways, that does it for me. Thank you, everyone, for checking out this quick video. This is Mad Cat signing off.